Troubling trend, a decline in student enrollment statewide in Alabama. We've told you before that roughly 5,800 public school students did not return to class this past school year. That's according to the state school superintendent. So tonight, political reporter Jessica Umbro is joining us in the Capitol studio with more on his concerns about that. So Jessica, where did all these students go?
Well, they went to a couple of different places. This is actually the first year that Alabama has implemented the Choose Act. So Dr. Eric Mackey says about half of those parents chose to put their kids in private schools or homeschool them. But the other half, we actually don't know where exactly they are. They're considered unaccounted for. The state doesn't know how or if they're getting an education this school year.
It's kind of a one-time adjustment because this is the first year we're implementing the Choose Act.
Alabama State Superintendent Dr. Eric Mackey says he's not too worried about the families who are using the Choose Act to enroll their kids in non-public school options. However, the couple thousand state students who are unaccounted for are a different story.
We do believe that there's a group of students out there that may be homeschooling but have not been accounted for because they've not actually gone to their local school board and withdrawn and indicated that as a preference.
Dr. Mackey says all students, whether they're in the 90% of students who go to public school or in the 10% who are not, are required to go to a form of school.
My biggest request for parents is if you've got a school-age child at home who is not in school, child needs to be in school.
Dr. Mackey says the dip in enrollment will be reflected in about a $30 million drop in the requested education budget for the 2027 fiscal year. He says that money will be available to the legislature and the governor.
That is the silver lining to this cloud, that money can be used to try to pack some of those holes and to try to make the budget whole.
Now, lower enrollment does also mean there's less of a demand for education-based jobs. Dr. Mackey says about 500 jobs in the 45,000 to 50,000 person field will be impacted, which he says they're trying to absorb through retirements and other departures and then not replacing those positions later on.
All right, Jessica, thank you. And of course, if you are the parent or guardian of an unaccounted for student, you should bring them back to class so they can get back on track.